All right, here comes the Punisher. We gotta take down a tree today at one of the properties. Actually, we gotta take down two, but we're only scheduled to take down one today. So we're all gonna go to the gas station and we're gonna gas up and get busy. Harry's driving the truck. Harry's got a Class A license, so I figured he was good to drive the truck. I love that thing. But I got a brake light out. Brake light. See, I got one brake light out. Look at that. It's always something to fix, man. I love the way the blower rack is mounted on the back. I got the pole saw on there. I got the chainsaw here in the truck. We're ready to go. We're just gonna follow the dump truck today. We got our sure can on the side there. That way we can gas everything up while we're on the jobs. It works out awesome. I love it. Good morning, everybody. Today is it's Tuesday today. We just left the gas station. Oh, look at the geese. Geese, we had to stop on the boulevard. Bunch of geese just crossed the street. We're gonna go, you see Ari back there? We're gonna go take down a tree today. We got some landscaping to do today. I don't know if we're gonna get to the landscape part, because we're gonna have to make a couple trips to the dump. The truck's almost full already. I just didn't want to go to the dump without a full truck. It's a waste of time. So it'll allow us to probably get a third of this tree. It's not a big tree, it's like a pear tree or something. Honestly, don't even know what kind of tree it is. All I know is during the hurricane, these trees fell over and they uprooted pretty easily compared to everything else. So this one's leaning. It's already lifted up the sidewalk really badly. So we're going to take this out today. I'm gonna have my friend Ken come by Thursday and stump grind it out. So that's what's happening. Ari's behind me, like I said, and David from the other day is tagging along, gonna help them out since Derek is gone. He before we hired him, he told me he had some stuff he had to leave town for a couple of days. So he was gone yesterday, today, and he'll be gone till tomorrow. So David's jumping in and getting the help. Sometimes we can do with a man down, but just lately I'm on this super big detail kick and I want full staff, man. I want every hand on deck to get things done the way that I want them done. And that's what's happening. So let's turn this corner and get over here to the property. Look. Now I don't have a two-tone face. Now my face is no longer two-tone. Man, it is bright outside. It's bright light. So, everything's going good. I ended up on that steel edger. I mean, I'm sick of talking about it, to be honest with you. Why am I talking about it? Well, because I bring it up and then I was complaining about it, which, I don't complain much. I gotta throw these on, man. Sorry to have the glasses on while I'm talking to you guys. It's so rude. But anyways, it was the head. So tried a bunch of different blades, tried everything. I mean, greased it. I greased that rod quite a few times, and normally it's good to go. But yeah, that did not happen. And you can't grease the gearbox on the 91s. I tried everything, man. Took it back. I wasn't frustrated like being a punk about it. I was just frustrated because I have a $650 edger at this point that I can't use. Turned out to be a bad gearbox, and they did not warranty or refund my money for the shaft and the rod. So that I'm not happy about, and I have emailed STIHL's warranty department. I don't know if I'm going to get a response back. And I've emailed STIHL's warranty department over the years a couple times, and I've never heard back. But that's not to say anything. Maybe my complaint or something wasn't valid. I love STIHL, man. I think that we're taking. Okay, I like STIHL, but honestly, having used the new Echo line, and you know, I've bought two. Okay, so we got when I joined the UAG program, I got the hedge trimmers as part of the whole deal. I got reviews I still need to put up on those, but you guys have seen me use them. The Echo 2620 I bought. The Shindaiwa T262 I bought. I love those weed eaters, except for the handle on the 2620 on the Echo, and I won't use that Echo. I don't use it. I like the Shindaiwa and I like the Husqvarna. Are the favorite, my favorite two that I like to use. So I mean, I withdrew from the Echo UAG program myself. Anyway, that's really nothing. Who cares? But I will continue to actually use the Echo products. I like them, and I'm going to tell you that, you know, my big thing is starting, and I have less issues starting Echo if I treat, you know, and I treat them the same. And no, I'm not buying the Echo oil for one and the STIHL oil for the other. You guys can get nitpicky with all that stuff, but whenever you get into it's just not as convenient, and maybe it's the thing I should do. You know, I should use specific oils to whatever, but here's my thing is I'm using the same oil on all the equipment, the same gas on all the equipment, and my environment where I'm at, there's tons of humidity down here. I'm finding that the Echo stuff just continues to start easier and just run better longer. Like I said, I don't get paid from STIHL. I don't get paid from Echo. I'm not a part of any programs, you know, resigned. So I'm not a part of, you know, any Echo program or STIHL program. I'm a part of the Husqvarna program. And I can't give you an opinion on the 525 yet as far as that goes, because we haven't been using it full-time as much. But the 525 HF3S, I think it is, the hedge trimmers, we have been using for a year and a half. One choke in the morning, that thing fires up all day long, dude, and I think they have the same motor, so I can attest for that. Start wise, I just for the last almost 13 years, I've always had start issues, and that's just one thing that might be slowly pulling me away from the STIHL. But at the end of the day, if the guys want the STIHL, I'm buying the STIHL. I like it. Okay, I'm not crap talking anything. I like the light weight and power of the STIHL. That's why I've always used them. But now that other companies have products out that are just as powerful, in some cases more powerful and lighter, I'm just keeping options open. I'm not like brand loyal to like one thing. I just like what I like. I love Husqvarna chainsaws, but I got that new Echo 590 that I bought, and I love that chainsaw. That thing is insane, man. My Echo, my Husqvarna, see what I'm saying? It's like when my mom, because there's 7 kids in my family, and she would call 6 of them before she got to the one that she actually wanted to call. But anyways, the Husqvarna 450, was it the 455? The rant like that burned out, so that was depressing. But I think that was my guy's fault from not running enough oil in the mix. You know, referring to what the mechanic was saying, the reason that it scarred was probably fuel related. Whoa, bright light, bright light. So we're back to two-tone, two-face. So I'm just sticking with some things that are working better for me right now, and that's it. I don't like the new choke. I hate the choke, and I don't know, with the little automatic choke crap, it doesn't work, guys, for me. So the new STIHL, you know, the dial that you have to use to choke, man, I want man, I don't like that thing. I like just the little, you know, the little flip choke. But not to rant on about that, the guys are liking the 700 over the Husqvarna 580 BTS. And it's not because of power, it's because of comfortability. So y'all know that I'm a huge, avid Husqvarna freak. Man, I thought this dude was about to slam right into that car. I'm a huge Husqvarna freak, man. I love Husqvarna. You know, I have 4 of the backpack blowers. I want to buy more of those. The guys, once I got a 700, you know, just to try out, just to let the guys use it. They like the 700 better. And they wanted to argue that it was more powerful until I took a 2.5-year-old Husqvarna that hasn't been serviced and put it up against the brand new 700 and clearly showed them that the Husqvarna is more powerful. And I'm trying to explain, yeah, it may be a little bit heavier, but you're going to get more done, you know, quicker with the Husqvarna than you are the STIHL. And I showed them, but they like the STIHL better because it's lighter on the back. And so I have to take into consideration what they like and what they want to use. They want to spend a few extra minutes using the 700 over the Husqvarna, the STIHL over the Husqvarna, then I have to give that to them, because ultimately at the end of the day, I'm trying to, you know, be off the truck as much as I can to handle things. And when I'm not handling things and I can be on the truck with the guys, that's what I'm doing. So we're going to be buying more 700s because that's what they want. The people have spoken! And understand, things that I talk about pertain to me and only me and the way that we run our crew versus everybody else, because all of you guys run your stuff differently than I would. I run my stuff differently than you would, and none of us, we can nitpick each other all day long. We don't need to do that. We learn from each other. Dude, I watch some of you guys, or I listen, even some of you guys that don't have YouTube channels, and we're in here, sorry. I got a frog in my throat. Even some of you guys that comment on stuff or, you know, reply to stuff, I learn stuff from you guys. I mean, I think that if you ever are in a position where you know it all, I mean, you don't have anywhere to go, man. Like, that's the most unintellectual thing you could ever say, is I don't need to listen to anybody else's opinion. You don't have to. I wouldn't say you don't need to. I think some people that say they don't need to, need to. There are times where I'm like, I don't want to hear this. But there are just plenty of things that I learned just from watching comments, man. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't even think of that. So the things that I do are, you know, confined to the stuff that we do. So we do primarily apartment complexes, let's just call them that. You don't have to get fancy, condo association. We do apartment complexes, and we do, you know, some houses. Now, I think houses versus apartment complexes, the equipment sometimes can, you know, just be different in use. You know what I mean? What you decide to use as a hedge trimmer is going to be different if you're just primarily doing houses versus apartment complexes all day. Obviously, you're going to be most of the time, honestly, like 5 or 6 straight hours trimming hedges, man. So you may just kind of decide on some equipment differently. So that's what I mean with what I talk about. What we decide to use is because of the type of work we do and the way that we do it. So if the guys want more STIHL weed eaters, that's what we're gonna get. But they love the T262 and the Husqvarna 525. Tommy actually is torn, but he always reverts to the STIHL. So, and we run the 100s. I don't even know if they make them anymore. I think they have like the 111 or something, or the 110s, or 130s. I don't know, because I've never ever owned anything bigger because I never wanted the weight. The horsepower is not worth it. The 100 RX has an asinine amount of horsepower, you know, cc's, horsepower. It's got plenty of power. The Echo and the Shindal was a little more powerful, but it's with the Shindal, man, it's just the ergonomics on that thing, and a 20-inch cut is huge because I don't let him take the guards off. I feel like I'm talking too much. Anyways, I'm gonna just cut it off right there abruptly and shut up, and we're gonna go to the property and get some stuff done. All right, so our tree job has been delayed because there's a car there, there's a car there, there's a car there, there's a car there. So we're taking this down, you know, easy breezy. But obviously we're not going to take it down with all of these vehicles right here. So we're going to go out and buy a couple blowers. I cleared it with... Oh no, I want you to go and then back in against the sidewalk. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to park the dump truck here and we're going to drive out. Yeah, we're going to drive 22 miles out to AgPro. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. There's a couple of steel dealers over here that we do not like. Ace Hardware, I like them. We buy a lot of weed eaters and stuff from them, but they just do not give you any deals on anything, which you think that they would, but they don't. So we're gonna drive out to AgPro and grab a couple of blowers. The guys want steels, so we're gonna go buy 2 steels because we need some more blowers. Jordan, I'm gonna have to switch out a couple of the blower rack arms for the smaller arms, man. He's gonna shoot me. No, Jordan's an awesome guy, man. So we're gonna grab 2 more steels, so we'll have 3 700s and we'll have 4 580 BTSs, and then we have the street blower, the Skag one. So that thing kicks butt. So let's just go occupy some time and go out there and do this. All right, so I called Ace Hardware just to reiterate, and I asked them if they could price match, and they basically told me hell no. They treat steel products like it's Gucci. You know how Gucci, you remember Gucci? Back in the day, Ari's with me today. What's up, Ari? Yeah. Ari makes everything look better. So I called them just to see, because I'm like, I'm gonna drive 22 miles. See, I love the AgPro guys, but just as an experiment, I called and they said hell no. And I mean, they treat it like Gucci. Like back in the day when Gucci would put out stuff in stores and it was the same price everywhere. You could never get a deal on anything. You know, you could, California to New York, Gucci was the same price on stuff. You know what I mean? They set a price and that was it. But with AgPro, those guys are awesome, and they're giving us a deal, and it's awesome. So we're gonna drive out there, man. It's worth driving for a deal. So they're gonna come back. The maintenance guys called me, and they said they were sorry that they kind of forgot to have everybody move. So they have to wake up 5 different people and have them move their cars, unless somebody's having a slumber party and they're all at the same house. The guy with the yellow Cobra's on our butt back there. We got Too Cool behind us in his yellow Cobra convertible. Anyways, we're gonna drive out here to AgPro and say hey to Sevi, and that way Ari doesn't freak out because I'm driving around a curb with a camera in a hand, my hand on the wheel, the other one. He's like, oh Lord, help me Jesus Christ, help me Oprah Winfrey. I hope everybody knows what that means or where that came from. I just watched that last night. Then Leah went upstairs and said, I just can't handle this. It's so stupid. David! Oh, he's putting his shirt on. We about to get some little crazy. David's on the truck with us today. What up? What up? We're gonna take all right, so you got 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna take one of the Husqvarnas with us, and we're gonna leave them one of the new 700s that we just got. Is my phone ringing? Oops. So let's take out one of the 700s. Yeah, it doesn't matter whichever one. So yeah, we went to AgPro and picked up a couple of these 700s. You know, the guys. Yeah, the guys really like the 700s. Hey, David, woo-woo! Hey, when you're trimming, I want to start, see these, the hollies?
Yeah.
There's like 1, 2, 3, there's like on the back half of this court, there's like 6 of them. I want to make sure to get on the ladder and trim them all, and along the wall. since they're small enough to reach. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Use articulating. And I want to shape all those up, and this one too. Because there's not many hedges to do.
Yeah.
So if you want to get through all the hedges first and then shape those up.
Gotcha.
All right, so anyways, we got a couple more 700s. Like I said, I prefer the 580 BTS, but the guys really are liking the 700. So what we got to do, Ari?
Get the 700s.
Yeah, we got to get the 700s, man.
700s.
We got to get what the people want.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I can't say anything because I'm not the one like doing the blowing really anymore. And if they want the 700s, that's what I'm gonna get them. So we grabbed a couple of these, and I think we're good on blowers for a while. I still like I said, man, 2.5 years old, it still kicks this one's butt. But this is though, I mean, the platform size it's just easier. It's, you know, why do you like it better?
It's a little lighter. I like it because it's a little, but as far as power, I think that one got more power than the steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it because it's a little lighter. That's it.
But yeah, when you're doing properties this big,
yeah, you'll want something light on your back.
Yeah.
That's it. But as far as the power, I think it got more power than the steel 700 though.
Yeah. But the people have spoken.
Yeah.
They want the 700, so we'll probably keep going with the 700s if that's what they want. But I mean, they're good, man. I mean, the 700s, it's a badass blower.
It is.
It's a really killer blower, man. But it's just, man, I love those things, man. But they're bigger, you know. And then Jay, you know, he's
a little guy.
He's a little shorter. He's a little shorter, so you know, he hates the 580 BTSs. But I've talked about that. I've said the 580 BTSs are really hard to, you know, for guys that, you know, aren't really tall. They're really big, man. It's like a big turtle shell on your back. So we grabbed some of those. We were out here, AgPro, we drove 22 miles out here. They're out here, we were down the street. So we're gonna drop off now. They got 2 700s on the truck. They got 2 580 BTSs on the truck, and then the street blower. So they'll be able to knock some stuff out today. Gonna have, that's what I was talking about right there. We're gonna have all these hollies around the whole place. They need to be shaped up and trimmed up. They haven't really gotten to that yet. So around this whole entire court, this is probably, I don't know, this is probably a 6-acre section right here in the middle. They're gonna knock out just all of these hollies that are all the way around the property. We're gonna head back out and see if they got the people moved out of the way so we can get busy. Let's go get busy. By the way, do not try this without any chaps on or anything. I forgot mine at home. I should go back and get them. This is stupid to do without them. Now, Ari, we have to give this one to everybody that does YouTube videos.
Yes.
Because otherwise, I would have had absolutely no damn idea what I just did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good cut.
But that's why we do this stuff. We show people things, even though I'm doing this wrong. I told them I ain't got no chaps. Don't ever do this. It's stupid to use a chainsaw without chaps on. Like, I'm pulling Dumbo today. All right, no Rambo. Today's Dumbo. But anyway, that was awesome. That just made me happy.
Good cut, man. That was an excellent cut.
All right, just so you guys know, we are working with the Timberwolf Echo chainsaw today. I love this thing. I picked it up. I got a good deal. It was brand new. I got some fleet pricing on it, but I love this thing. It's just an awesome chainsaw, man. I like the Husqvarna chainsaws, and I'm really loving this one right here. This Timberwolf's pretty sick. All right, so again, do not ever do that without chaps on, man. Really, you should be using a helmet too. So, you know, just in case anybody wants to yell at me, I already know. You don't have to go there. Don't ever do that crap with no helmet or no chaps on. Or honestly, the gloves that I had on were a joke too. Should not do that. That's pretty stupid to do. But anyways, enough about bashing the way that I did that myself. That save you guys comments. We got this done, and you know, it's all chopped up. I think we're gonna be able to fit everything here in the truck. Let you see where we're at so far. The camera really doesn't do it though. It just doesn't do it, but it's gonna be tight, but we saved all the big chunky pieces to throw on top to weigh it down. We'll put the skirt on it. We'll get this all cut, done, and to the dump today. So that's pretty awesome, man. Hope you guys are having a really good day. And remember, we get to work outside. No matter what job you do, it's hard, it's difficult. Everything's got a trade-off. I've done the office thing, done the music touring thing. I love being outside. I love doing this job. I love doing this work. And times when it gets hard, man, it's easy for me to go, I do this for my family. I do this for my own perseverance. I've said it before, nobody that works here is ever allowed to tell me that they bust their butt for me. I know what they do. You gotta put yourself first. You gotta put your own self-perseverance first. That's the kind of guys that I like working with. Guys that go, dude, you're just a means, you know what I mean? Like, you're a means to financial end for me. So I come here and work so I can get paid, but I bust my butt for myself. That's the kind of guys that we have working here. So we got everything in the dump truck. Right now, Ari is about to take off and go to the dump. It's loud out here. My boy Dusty's custom painting is actually, he's the guy that painted my trailers. He's actually pressure washing this entire community. And he's been doing just a lot of work for him. So that's really cool to be able to, you know, network people together. Everybody get jobs, man. So anyway, Ari's gonna take off. He's gonna go to the dump. And then given that the guys are already out, we're just gonna let him go home for the day. Take care of that baby.
I got you, yes sir.
All right, we took the pole saw off. We took everything off. We leave the shirt can on there just because, I mean, it's locked up pretty secure. It's definitely, you know, not easy to try to rip that thing off as opposed to a weed eater or a string. You know, they're probably gonna break the piece of equipment before they get it off, unless they unbolt something. So he's off. He's gonna go to the dump. The dump is about 35 minutes from here. Let's get in here. I'm actually gonna call it for the day for myself. I hate this stupid bong. Jason. He used to work for me. He's a good dude. I got him and Dusty together. I'm talking smack about you right now. Yep. He's like, are you? No, Jason, I'm not crap talking you, man. But, oh man, we were driving by. They were pressure washing something in my neighborhood yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Oh my God, since you're watching this, Jason, this was so funny, man. So, I need to put my seatbelt on. This was so funny. So we were driving and I saw Dusty's rig out there. He's got that insane like pressure washing system with 300-degree heat and all that other stuff. So anyways, I drove by and I saw Jason out there. I blew the horn like a bang, and dude, he came off his feet. Don't deny it, didn't you, man? Came off his feet and he's just like flipping me off. It was so funny, dude. He almost dropped the wand, but he didn't drop it. He almost dropped the wand, man. But it was pretty hilarious, and it was at his expense, but it was funny. Thanks, Jason. So I'm gonna go call it for the day. And Jason, my boy Jason, is over here digging up a hole, irrigation line break, but it's underneath the tree, because when they originally did the irrigation install, they did it underneath new trees. Well, they put new tree installs on top of the irrigation, and 25 years later, the trees are 25 feet tall, the roots are 30 feet in diameter, and they're breaking irrigation everywhere. So that's been the nightmare on this property for them and us and everybody. But we've gotten a lot fixed and a lot worked out. Anyways, I wanted to just hit a tip with you guys. Working hard, man. Sometimes you have moments where those muscles in your body are burning. You have that fatigue. You have that mental fatigue. You have that physical fatigue. And it's something you just got to push through, you know? It's definitely, I think it's definitely more psychological. You just get to a point where you can't let it get to you, and you have to persevere. You have to kick butt. You have to go through it. And that's how we get through a lot of jobs, especially down here in the summertime. I mean, it's only 86 degrees right now. I mean, I say only, but it's only 86 right now. As a lot of you guys know, or don't know, down here in Florida, 86 degrees is what we call spring weather. So when it starts getting up in those high 90s and over 100 with that index, man, it's insane. But it's a mental thing. You have to put your cap on, and you just have to mentally beat the day, and don't let the day beat you physically or mentally, you know? All right, guys, I hope you're killing it out there. I really hope everybody has an awesome 2018. I really do. I got something cool that Husqvarna is gonna kind of bring me soon. I can't wait to put that out there. That's gonna be neat. And yeah, we should be getting hold of some Gravely stuff. So as you guys or may not know, we've been invited into the Gravely Ambassador Program. No, they don't give us mowers, which would be awesome. Gravely, what's up? But we get to demo some stuff, and we get to give our feedback directly to them, which helps them make changes for the better. If there are any changes that they feel need to be made based on professionals' opinions, the guys that are actually out here doing the work. So really, really, really grateful that we had the opportunity to go down there, meet the Aaron's family. I can't tell you how awesome those people are. So humble, man. God, they're so positive and just humble and nice, and you know, they're just really laid back, and like literally take every word that you say and just go, huh? You know, I really like those folks, man. They're good people. So hopefully we get to bring you guys some Gravely stuff here real soon. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna have some late afternoon coffee, because right now it's about 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'm finishing early, so what? So I'm going to do the boss thing, and I'm gonna go home. And I got to work on some bids anyway, but I'm just gonna go home. Listen, okay? There's nothing wrong with being the boss and going home whenever you feel like it. Because you're only going to do that if you know that it's okay to do. Sometimes I just go, you know what? I'm just going to go to the house. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't feel bad about it. Don't make me feel bad about it. I don't. It's okay. So just have a good week and breathe. 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 Breathe.